Good evening. This is Akashvani. I am Valsa Williams with the news at 9. The headlines: voting for single-phase assembly elections in Madhya Pradesh and second phase of polling in Chhattisgarh tomorrow. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to lead inaugural session of second Voice of Global South Summit tomorrow. Focus on sharing key outcomes achieved during India's G20 presidency. President Droupadi Murmu says government's audit community has made significant contributions in strengthening integrity, governance and system building. Raksha Mantri Rajnath Singh holds bilateral meetings with his Indonesian and Vietnamese counterparts on sidelines of ASEAN Defence Ministers Meeting plus in Jakarta. And in ICC Men's Cricket World Cup, South Africa set a target of 213 runs for Australia in second semi-final in Kolkata. All arrangements are in place for single-phase assembly elections in Madhya Pradesh and second phase of polling in Chhattisgarh tomorrow. In Madhya Pradesh, voting will be held on all 230 seats in a single phase. A total of 2,533 candidates, including 252 women, are in the fray. Voting will be held tomorrow from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. However, in Bihar, Laranchi and Parswara assembly seats of Balaghat district and some booths of Mandla and Dindori districts, voting will be held till 3 p.m. Chief Electoral Officer Anupam Rajan said the Election Commission is fully prepared for voting.
तो चुनाव की तैयारियां तो लगभग चुनाव की जो संभावित तिथि होती है उसके एक साल पहले से हम लोग आरंभ कर देते हैं। बहुत सारी गतिविधियां होती हैं, बहुत सारी एक्टिविटीज हैं, तो सारी गतिविधि जो सारा काम है वो अपने निर्धारित समय के अनुसार चल रहा है और हम चुनाव के लिए पूरी तरह तैयार हैं।
Mr. Rajan said there will be a mock poll at 5:30 a.m. in the morning. During the mock poll, transparency of EVMs will be ensured in front of the representatives of political parties. After that, the actual voting will start at 7 o'clock. Webcasting facility has been made available at 42,000 polling stations. To ensure transparency in the movement of polling parties, a GPS system has been installed in 23,510 vehicles. Our correspondent reports that 700 companies of central forces as well as 2 lakh police personnel of the state have been deployed for security during the poll.
In Madhya Pradesh, there are more than 5,59,83,000 voters in the state. 17,032 polling stations are sensitive out of total 64,626 polling stations. For the first time in the state, youth have also been given the responsibility of handling 371 polling stations. There are also 5,160 pink booths run by women and 183 polling stations run by Divyang. Sanjeev Sharma, Akashvani News, Bhopal.
In Chhattisgarh, more than 18,800 polling stations have been set up for the second and last phase of polling. Out of these, 700 are Sangwari polling stations where only women polling personnel will be deployed. Voting will take place from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., while in 9 polling stations of Bindra Navagarh Assembly constituency, voting will be held from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. In the second phase, 958 candidates are in the fray for 70 seats. Bharatiya Janata Party and Congress are contesting on all 70 seats. Talking to Akashvani News, Chief Electoral Officer Reena Kangle said tight security arrangements have been made to ensure free, fair and peaceful polling. She said apart from the local police, central security forces are also being deployed.
द्वितीय चरण के जो मतदान है उसके लिए 18,833 मतदान केंद्र में लगभग 90,272 कर्मी हैं। उनकी रवानगी अब हो गई है और 1962 सेक्टर अफसर है वो इनके ऊपर निगरानी रखेंगे और प्रत्येक 2 घंटे में मतदान के प्रतिशत की भी जानकारी रिटर्निंग अफसर्स को देंगे। इसके अलावा सभी मतदान केंद्रों में व्यवस्थाएं पूर्ण कर ली गई है। ये मतदान केंद्रों में शांतिपूर्ण और निष्पक्ष निर्वाचन हो सके इसके लिए व्यापक सुरक्षा के इंतजाम किए गए हैं।
Meanwhile, the election campaign has gained momentum in Rajasthan and Telangana. In Rajasthan, BJP National President JP Nadda held rallies in Mahua and Sikrai of Dausa district, while senior Congress leader Rahul Gandhi held public meetings in Nohar in Hanumangarh and Sadulpur in Sri Ganganagar district. More from our correspondent.
BJP leader and Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh Yogi Adityanath addressed public meetings in Kota, Tonk and Ajmer district today. Union Minister Nitin Gadkari addressed public meetings in Jaipur district. Addressing a public meeting in Tonk district, BJP leader Smriti Irani said that the benefits of the central government's schemes have reached at grassroots level. Congress leader and Chief Minister of Rajasthan Ashok Gehlot and many other leaders of the party also campaigned for the party candidates. Jitendra Dwivedi, Akashvani News, Jaipur.
In Telangana, senior BJP leader and Home Minister Amit Shah, AICC President Mallikarjun Kharge and senior leader Rahul Gandhi will reach Hyderabad tomorrow for campaigning in the state. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will lead the inaugural session of the second Voice of Global South Summit tomorrow morning. India is hosting the Voice of Global South Summit in virtual format. The theme of the inaugural leaders session is Together for Everyone's Growth with Everyone's Trust, and that of the concluding leaders session is Global South Together for One Future. Briefing media in New Delhi today, External Affairs Ministry spokesperson Arindam Bagchi said the inaugural session will be followed by 4 parallel ministerial sessions. These include the sessions by Ministers of External Affairs, Education, Finance and Environment. In the afternoon, 4 more parallel ministerial sessions will be held. Replying to a question whether the Voice of Global South Summit will discuss the Israel and Palestine issue, Mr. Bagchi said the challenges posed by global developments are also likely to be discussed. He said the summit will focus on sharing with the countries of the Global South the key outcomes achieved in various G20 meetings over the course of India's presidency.
This would be an opportunity, tomorrow's summit, for sharing with the countries of the Global South the key outcomes achieved in various G20 meetings over the course of India's presidency. Of course, the challenges posed by global developments are also likely to be discussed. As I said, every country is free to discuss whatever or bring or say something what they feel bothers them. That's actually exactly the objective of such an exercise, is to hear from the countries directly rather than prejudge or prefix the objective.
This is Akashvani giving you the news. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts. President Droupadi Murmu has said the government's audit community has made significant contributions in strengthening integrity, governance and system building. She said India's leading position in the world community is visible in the field of audit. The President was addressing the third Audit Divas function, which was organized by Comptroller and Auditor General of India in New Delhi. The President added that India's presidency of the G20 has been appreciated worldwide, as G20 countries account for about 85% of the world's total GDP. She said India's C&AG Institute is also playing a leading role in other international forums. She mentioned that as an external auditor, C&AG of India has audited many important institutions associated with the United Nations, which is a testament to the world-class proficiency of the C&AG team.
सुप्रीम ऑडिट इंस्टीट्यूशंस का मार्गदर्शन करना भारत के C&AG संस्थान के ग्लोबल लीडर इन पब्लिक सेक्टर ऑडिटिंग बने रहने के विजन के सर्वथा अनुरूप है। एक्सटर्नल ऑडिटर के रूप में भारत के C&AG द्वारा यूनाइटेड नेशंस से जुड़े अनेक महत्वपूर्ण संस्थानों का ऑडिट किया गया है। अन्य अनेक प्रतिष्ठित अंतर्राष्ट्रीय संस्थान ऑडिट के लिए भारत की C&AG की टीम की सेवाएं प्राप्त करते हैं। ये C&AG टीम की विश्वस्तरीय क्षमता का प्रमाण है।
President Droupadi Murmu today presented President's Standard of Bodyguard and Regimental Standard to President's Bodyguard at its sister centennial celebrations held at Rashtrapati Bhavan. In a social media post, the President expressed confidence that President's Bodyguard will maintain the best traditions of the Indian Army with dedication, discipline and valor and set examples for other regiments. In Uttarakhand, the relief and rescue operation for workers trapped in the under-construction Silkyara tunnel in Uttarkashi district continues for the fifth day today. Chief Minister Pushkar Singh Dhami is continuously monitoring the relief and rescue operation, speaking to reporters in Dehradun today. Mr. Dhami said despite the difficult circumstances, the rescue operation will be completed as soon as possible.
स्थिति वहाँ की कठिन है, लेकिन बहुत जल्द पर पूरा ड्रिल हो जाएगा। जो अत्याधुनिक मशीन आई है, अभी मुझे बताया गया है कि लगभग 5-7 मीटर उन्होंने ड्रिल भी कर लिया है अभी तक, और हर घंटे में वो 5 मीटर से 10 मीटर के बीच ड्रिल करेगी। तो जल्दी से जल्दी अगर सब चीजें ठीक रही तो हम उन सभी को निकाल पाएंगे।
Meanwhile, Union Minister of State for Road Transport and Highways, General V.K. Singh, reached the incident site and inspected the relief and rescue operations. He talked to the families of the workers trapped in the under-construction tunnel and said all the workers will be taken out safely soon. It may be recalled that on November the 12th, due to a landslide in the under-construction Silkyara tunnel, 40 workers got trapped inside the tunnel. In Tamil Nadu, 5 persons were killed in a collision between a petroleum tanker and a car this evening at Manakadava in Dharapuram, Tirupur district. A case has been registered on the incident by the Dharapuram police. The Tamil Nadu government has announced 2 lakh rupees ex gratia to the family of those killed in the accident. Raksha Mantri Rajnath Singh held bilateral meetings with his Indonesian and Vietnamese counterparts on the sidelines of the 10th ASEAN Defence Ministers Meeting Plus in Jakarta, Indonesia today. During his meeting with the Defence Minister of Indonesia, Prabowo Subianto, Raksha Mantri appreciated Indonesia's leadership of ASEAN this year. The 2 ministers took stock of the bilateral defence relationship and recommitted to further strengthen cooperation, particularly in the maritime domain. They also reviewed the regular exchanges in the form of training, staff talks and exercises, and discussed avenues for promotion of defence industry collaboration. Mr. Singh also held talks with the Minister of National Defence of Vietnam, General Phan Van Giang. The 2 ministers reviewed the progress in the implementation of the Joint Vision Statement on India-Vietnam Defence Partnership towards 2030, signed during the visit of Raksha Mantri to Vietnam last year. Today is National Press Day. The day is observed on 16th November every year to commemorate a free and responsible press. Speaking at a function on the occasion in New Delhi, Vice President Jagdeep Dhankar said artificial intelligence and ChatGPT are posing unique challenges in front of the media.
The advent of artificial intelligence has transformed the way we receive and consume news, information and entertainment. Artificial intelligence, this is compounded, I may indicate to you, by disruptive technologies that are taking control of our system. Artificial intelligence-driven algorithms now curate personalized content for each individual. This is double-edged weapon. However, it also brings its own set of challenges and ethical questions, such as the spread of misinformation and at nuclear speed.
The theme of the event was Media in the Era of Artificial Intelligence, was organised by the Press Council of India PCI. Addressing the gathering, Union Minister for Information and Broadcasting, Anurag Singh Thakur, said he looks forward to the media playing an increasingly constructive role in highlighting the story of transforming India.
As Bharat is poised to become the 3rd largest economy in next few years, I look forward to the media playing an increasingly constructive role in not only in highlighting the story of transforming India, but also the hopes, aspirations of billion voices from across various regions and sectors.
He said the role of news and content editor in a newsroom can never be fully replaced by artificial intelligence. Minister of State for Information and Broadcasting, Dr. L. Murugan, Chairperson PCI Justice Ranjana Prakash Desai and Chairpa G20 Amitabh Kant were also present at the event. In the second semi-final match of ICC Cricket Men's World Cup, South Africa have set a victory target of 213 runs for Australia at Eden Gardens in Kolkata. Opting to bat first, South Africa were all out for 212 runs in 49.4 overs. In reply, Australia were 175 for 6 in 34 overs when reports last came in. And now before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Voting for single-phase assembly elections in Madhya Pradesh and second phase of polling in Chhattisgarh tomorrow. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to lead inaugural session of Second Voice of Global South Summit tomorrow. Focus on sharing key outcomes achieved during India's G20 presidency. President Droupadi Murmu says government's audit community has made significant contributions in strengthening integrity, governance and system building. Raksha Mantri Rajnath Singh holds bilateral meetings with his Indonesian and Vietnamese counterparts. And that is all in the news at 9. Good night.